So it's occurred to me after having done several videos now on my YouTube channel, Next Door Aquatics, that I haven't taken the viewers around and shown them the tanks that are in my fish room and sort of explained what fish I'm keeping. So in this video I thought I would do that, and I'll take you around to each tank and talk about the tank itself and the fish that I'm keeping in the tank. So my name is Jay, and welcome to my fish room here in Richmond, Virginia. So to start this tour, I thought we'd start with this rack here. On the bottom of this rack is my quarantine tank. Everybody should have a quarantine tank. If you don't, you should get one, especially if you have multiple tanks. It's important to quarantine your fish for at least 2 weeks, probably more, just to make sure there's no issues. There's a couple of plecos in here right now. You can see one swimming around. Those I recently got from Michael's fish room. Oh, there's another one, was over here. And they're just chilling in this tank for the time being, and they'll be here for a little bit longer as I make sure there's no issues with them. So sometimes this tank is empty, sometimes it's full, sometimes it doesn't have too much in it. Right now it just has two bristlenose plecos chilling in there for a little bit. Now above the quarantine tank is my 29. And this tank also has a bristlenose. It's an L bristlenose, an L32, I think. It likes to hide. It very rarely comes out when the lights are on. It's usually hiding behind a piece of driftwood or something. And then aside from that, there are quite a few of these red and blue Colombian tetras. I actually started out with about 5 of these tetras, and they started dropping eggs, and there were fry in here, and bunches of them survived. There's actually about 10 that I took out of this tank and put in my 75 gallon that we'll see toward the end of this little fish room tour. So this is my 29 gallon tank. Next door is my 40 breeder, which is a community tank, and it has quite a lot of different fish in it. There's some zebra danios that are swimming up toward the top. There's also several different barbs, cherry barbs, and I'm not sure what the lighter ones are called. I would have to look that up. There's also a bristlenose longfin, red longfin hiding right there, and my common pleco over here. That's an interesting story behind how I got that fish, but that'll be for another video. But anyway, they're all in here, and oh, there's also a bunch of cory cats. For some reason they're not out right now. They must be hiding. Sometimes they're over here. Yeah, there's a few of them. The peppered cories. There's about 12 or so in this 40 breeder. So that's my 40 breeder community tank. Also next door is a 20 long. This is also a community tank. It has some mutt guppies in it. There are some redfin or bloodfin tetras. They're usually out swimming, but I don't see them right now. There's also cory cats in this tank, as well as a lemon blue-eyed pleco, who seems to be right there. He's not very big yet, but there's some of the cories and some of the guppies. Next to that tank I have 3 betta tanks. You can see one of them here. That one I believe I got at Petco or PetSmart. Here's another one of my... This is probably my favorite betta. Very pretty. I got it at a local fish store. Both of these tanks are like almost 5 gallons. 4 and change. Then I have a 5.5 gallon tank. You can see the blue betta right there. This is also a really pretty betta. He's quite angry though. He doesn't really put up with tank mates too well. So he's got this tank to himself. I think there might be a snail in here, but he'll even attack snails on occasion, so best to be by himself. Then next door to that, I have a 10-gallon tank, and there's a female betta in here. I got that betta at keepfishkeeping.com, KG Tropicals. They have a great selection of really pretty bettas if you want to check them out. And there's also some cardinal tetras in here and a snail, and they all seem to get along pretty well. And then this tank is kind of another 20 long, an interesting story, but it's full of mystery snails. So anytime my mystery snails lay eggs, I usually, if I don't throw them away because I have so many already, I will put the eggs in here so that they can hatch out. And there's just a bunch, yeah, just a bunch of mystery snails in here. I'm eventually going to redo this tank and probably make it bare bottom so it's easier to clean, because there's a lot of waste with these snails. There's also a lot of duckweed in here, and it's just kind of out of control. So anyway, this tank needs a redo. But that's a few of my tanks, and we'll come back with the 75-gallon to wrap it up. So finally, to complete this little tour, I do have a sink down here in the basement, which is actually a luxury. I wish it was bigger, but hey, at least having a sink makes a huge difference with all these tanks. And of course, having a python makes everything really nice as well. And right next door is the final tank I have to show. This is the 75-gallon that I do have a couple of videos on me setting it up, and I'll try to link those down in the description below. But this tank has a couple of juvenile severums. You can see there's the two of them. One's in the back right and one's here in the foreground. And this one's plumping up pretty quickly and already starting to get some decent color. And as I mentioned before, there's some Colombian tetras and Colombian red and blue tetras that came from the 29-gallon that I put in this tank. Now, unlike most of the other tanks, this tank does not have any real plants in it. Severums are known to be plant eaters. They will basically eat almost any live plant that you put in the tank, so there are no live plants in this tank. They're all fake. Some rocks and some driftwood. You know, this little partition here, they can swim around the back side of that so it doesn't completely block the tank, but there had been some aggression between these two severums. It's been getting better lately, the last week or so, but this divider really actually does help, even though they can swim around it, because if one's on this side of the tank and one's on this side of the tank and they catch eyesight, they can't just shoot across. Well, this one can't just shoot across and chase the other one. This is the dominant one, and I'm not sure, but one might be a male and one might be a female, so some of it could be some sort of, like, you know, mating ritual, although I don't think they're at that age yet, but I'm sure some of those characteristics kick in at an earlier age, so they're trying to get used to each other and get a feel for each other. And they have lip locked one time before that I've noticed, so I think they're getting used to each other, but we'll have to see. So thank you for watching my video of my humble little fish room here in Richmond, Virginia. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want to. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being here, and we'll come back with some more videos about filtration and maybe some more filter reviews after that in just a bit. So thanks for watching.